yeah, he's gonna talk some shit. He's gonna come back. So that, you know, all of that, it's all good for the fight. But I need to show them that if he's gonna come back, he's gonna have to face me for all the belts. So that's my real priority right now, is getting all them belts and, you know, really stamping my authority on this division, on this era.
Because Daniel, you know, Tyson Fury's mind games would not work on Daniel whatsoever. And you saw, and that is part of Tyson Fury's armory when he has a fight. He's got to be able to get into the head of an opponent. He'll either be your enemy or your foe. I don't think any of it will work with that.
Daniel Dubois isn't just teasing a return. He's sending a warning shot across the heavyweight landscape. The tone is calm, but the message is explosive. A big fight looms and Dubois is locked in. He's not just coming back. He's calling out Tyson Fury.
So, Daniel, you're in the office for a meeting. Is there some fight news coming soon?
Yeah, big news announcing soon. So, you know, I'll let these guys talk about it, but I'm going to be well up for it and coming back.
Frank and Sam were excited for Daniel's return.
I'm more excited by his t-shirt.
Yeah.
Big news. It's going to be a tough fight, a good fight, quality fight. Everybody's going to love it when they hear it. It's a big, big fight.
Yeah.
Daniel, you're excited?
No, I'm 100% ready to go.
Tyson Fury doesn't respond. He detonates with that signature arrogance and unshakable belief. He brushes off Dubois like a rookie stepping into the wrong ring. Fury paints a picture of total domination where Dubois wouldn't even get a chance to breathe. This isn't a fight in Fury's eyes. It's a mismatch, a lesson, a dismantling.
Come back, hypothetically speaking, if I was to return and I was to box Daniel Dubois, I would box that motherfucker's ears off. He wouldn't land the glove on me. It'd be one-sided.
Tyson Fury doesn't just entertain the idea. He toys with it like a lion circling prey. The way he speaks, it's clear Dubois isn't even in the same league. Fury makes it sound like stepping into the ring would be a favor, not a challenge. He's not negotiating a fight. He's deciding whether Dubois is worth the effort. That's not respect.
And it's a fight that I think can happen for sure if I decide to come back and the deal's right and all the other shit that goes with it.
Johnny Nelson doesn't hold back and Dubois gets exposed. While Usyk was locked in like a sniper, Dubois was busy playing host in Fantasyland, surrounded by civilians, disconnected from the kill zone mindset. He walked into a war unarmed. That loss wasn't just tactical, it was psychological. And Usyk made him pay for every second of distraction.
He's in a room with civilians, with people that are not getting in the ring, are not putting their life on the line to totally get smashed to get it wrong. They're living in make-believe land. He's the one that's getting in there to do the job. You have to take yourself away from that and put yourself on another level of existence. You've got to do that. And fighters will understand what I'm saying.
Frank Warren tries to defend Dubois, but the truth is harsh. Age doesn't excuse failure, especially when you freeze under pressure. Comparing him to Bruno feels forced. Bruno fought with heart. Dubois, he folded when it mattered most. If this is the comeback talk, it sounds more...
That round, I thought it was a pretty good fight to watch. And Daniel's obviously very disappointed. He's in the dressing room at the moment, and if he's going to come back, he's got to learn from it. He's only 27 years of age. I look back at, Frank Bruno, for example. 3 times he fought for the world title, and he got it in the fourth attempt. And Daniel, he's won a world title. So
Daniel Dubois is talking transformation, but boxing doesn't forgive easily. He says it'll be different this time, that he knows himself better. But the last time he trusted himself, broke that trust with a jab. This isn't just about self-belief. It's about proving you belong. Dubois wants to shock the world, but the world remembers how easily he folded. If he's serious, he needs to show up like a man possessed, not just hopeful, because against Fury, there's no second chance. You either rise or get erased.
Shit happens and it's one of them things.
Suspicious, talking about the Usyk fight already. Do you have a response to Team Parker, Daniel?
Yeah, that was none of my plans. My plan was to go out there and stop his fight at Parker, go through him. So, there was no plan behind this. This just happened, and You know, if he wants proof and everything, you go and ask the border control doctor that came and saw me. But everyone talking, like, I just want to silence all of that. But I'm just ready to go now. I want to fight everyone.
Johnny Nelson throws down a bold claim that Fury's mind games won't shake Dubois. But let's be real, Fury's psychological warfare has broken world champions before they even stepped into the ring. He doesn't just fight with fists. He fights with chaos, confusion, and control. If Dubois truly is immune, it changes everything. Because once you strip Fury of his mental edge, you're left with a man who still has elite skills, but not the same aura. This fight isn't just physical, it's psychological warfare. And if Dubois can walk through the mental fire untouched, it becomes a real contest. But that's a big if, because Fury knows how to twist minds and Dubois has cracked under pressure before. If Nelson's right, we're in for a war. If he's wrong...
You know, Tyson Fury's mind games would not work on Daniel whatsoever. And you saw, and that is part of Tyson Fury's armory when he has a fight. He's got to be able to get into the head of an opponent. He'll either be your enemy or your foe. I don't think any of it will work with Daniel.
Now Shane McGann steps in and he's not convinced Fury is still the same monster. Shane McGuigan sees a window, a version of Tyson Fury that's slowed down, dulled, maybe even vulnerable. He believes Dubois has the potential to pull off the upset, but potential doesn't win fights. Pressure does. And Fury, even at 80%, is still a nightmare for any heavyweight. McGuigan's honesty is refreshing. He doesn't guarantee victory. He questions durability. Can Dubois survive the mental grind, the physical punishment, the unpredictable rhythm Fury brings? This isn't just about styles. It's about survival. Dubois has the power, yes, but Fury has the mind, the movement, and the madness. If Dubois wants to win, he'll need to be perfect because one mistake against Fury isn't a slip, it's a collapse. This fight could be a changing of the guard or a brutal reminder of who still runs the division.
Dubois is 15 times the fighter that Francis Ngannou is. I know he might not have been up for it, but in terms of like athleticism, you know, that will to win, and he's got a boxing background. He's schooled. He's not like...
David Adderley doesn't sugarcoat it. Dubois froze against Usyk, overthinking, hesitation, and giving away control in the first 30 seconds. That's not elite behavior. That's a fighter stuck in his own head. Usyk didn't dominate with power. He dominated with presence, and Dubois let it happen. Adderley's breakdown is brutal because it's true. At the top level, you don't get time to settle. You either take control or get taken apart. If Dubois brings that same hesitation against Fury, it won't be a loss. It'll be a public dismantling. Fury doesn't wait. He overwhelms. And if Dubois isn't mentally locked in from the first bell, he'll be outclassed before he throws a punch. This fight isn't just about redemption. It's about proving he belongs.
There's times when I can see Daniel being a bit hesitant. He was sitting there thinking, he did let his right hand go and he did throw a lot of shots, but I think sometimes when you overthink it, you give Usyk too much time. And when you give Usyk time, you kind of let him play at his own sort of pace. Usyk established the jab from like the first 30 seconds, which was, you know, look, like it just shows his level, right?
Carl Frampton now weighs in, and his verdict is both hopeful and brutally honest. Carl Frampton gives Dubois credit, says he's improved, sharper, more dangerous, but then he drops the hammer. He's never betting against Tyson Fury again. That's not just respect. That's experience talking. Frampton's seen Fury bend reality in the ring, turn chaos into control, and dismantle fighters who looked unbeatable. Dubois may be better, but Fury is still the genius of the division. You don't beat him with raw power. You beat him with a perfect storm of timing, toughness, and tactical brilliance. And even then, it might not be enough. Frampton's message is clear. Dubois is evolving, but Fury is still the final boss. This fight isn't just a test, it's a reckoning. If Dubois wants to rewrite his legacy, he'll have to do it against the most unpredictable, most dominant heavyweight of this era.
A much more dangerous fighter than he was. So he does have a chance to win the fight, but in saying that, I've backed against Usyk a couple of times, and specifically
Carl Froch doesn't just describe fight mode. He defines it like a soldier heading into battle. His words slice through the glamour and hype, exposing the brutal reality of boxing. This is the hurt business. You don't walk into the ring with party vibes and casual energy. You walk in like a warrior ready to kill or be killed. And that's exactly where Dubois failed against Usyk. Fraka's message is clear. If you're not mentally locked in, you're already halfway to defeat. Dubois before the fight was seen surrounded by civilians. People who weren't risking their lives in the ring. That's not preparation, that's distraction. Against someone like Tyson Fury, who thrives on mental warfare and chaos, you can't afford even a flicker of doubt. You need to be in full war mode. Eyes cold, heart steady, mind ruthless. Because Fury doesn't just fight, he dismantles. If Dubois wants redemption, he'll need to erase every trace of that soft mindset and step into the ring like a
fight mode. You're in, I could be walking to a certain death mode here. This is the hurt game. This is a dangerous, hard sport where people get seriously injured in there. And when you're fighting, you want to be in the mode of fight zone, fight mode. Let's go, I'm going to battle, I'm going to war, I'm a fucking warrior. I'm going in there to do some damage and potentially getting some damage done to me.
Shane Mosley gives Dubois credit. Says his mindset was right. His focus was there. But then comes the knockout truth. Usyk was simply too much, too smart, too experienced, too evolved. Mosley doesn't blame Dubois. He just lays out the facts. And those facts are brutal. Even with the right mindset, Dubois couldn't touch Usyk. That's not just a loss. That's a reality check. Because if Dubois was mentally ready and still got outclassed, what happens when he faces Tyson Fury? Fury's not just bigger, he's unpredictable, unbreakable, and unmatched in psychological warfare. Mosley's words strip away the excuses. Dubois didn't choke, he just wasn't good enough. And that's the scary part because Fury doesn't just beat you physically, he breaks your spirit. If Dubois wants to survive, he'll need more than belief. He'll need a complete transformation because the version that fought Usyk wouldn't last 3 rounds.
He was in the right mindset. I mean, I just think that Usyk had too much for him, like too much mental, too much experience, too much. He had too much for him. There's nothing he could do about that. If it was a smaller Usyk like it was when he fought him the first time, maybe Dubois had a good chance. But now that Usyk's bigger and stronger, he's already here. He has this, so yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for the heavyweight division now.
Dave Allen doesn't tiptoe. He stomps in with the truth. Dubois quit. Not stumbled. Not misjudged. Quit. And in boxing, that word is poison. Allen saw it in Dubois's body language. In the way he got up and walked past Usyk like nothing happened. That's not survival. That's surrender. Ullman. And when a fighter quits, it sticks. Especially in the heavyweight division where grit is everything. You can lose, you can get knocked out, but quitting, that's unforgivable. Allen even calls himself the chairman of the quit committee, and he's not joking. His words are brutal, but they echo what many fans felt. Dubois didn't go out swinging. He went out silent. If he wants to face Tyson Fury, he'll have to erase that moment from history. Because Fury doesn't just beat fighters, he exposes their soul. And if there's even a hint of hesitation, Fury will drag it out and break it on live TV. Dubois has a mountain to climb. And it starts with proving he's still a fighter, not just an...
Up at the count of 10, and he walked straight past Usyk, straight to the corner, he was completely fine. I think, and you know what, it's horrific to say I've quit. It's not horrific to say I'm quit. I'm chairman of the quit committee. I'm top quitter, I guess. Anyway, he quit, yeah.
Daniel Dubois versus Tyson Fury isn't just a fight. It's a collision of legacy, redemption, and raw power. Dubois stands at the edge of a career-defining moment haunted by past failures and fueled by the hunger to rewrite his story. Fury, the undefeated master of mind games and ring dominance, isn't just defending his throne. He's daring challengers to survive his chaos. Every voice in this build-up, from brutal honesty to Frampton's reluctant respect, paints a picture of a war that's bigger than belts. It's about proving who belongs at the top when the lights go out and the crowd roars. If Dubois wants to silence the critics, he'll need more than belief. He'll need a performance that shakes the sport. And if Fury shows up in full form, We might witness another masterclass in destruction. Now it's your turn. Share your prediction. Will Dubois rise or will Fury reign?